Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am the Chantress of Amun, here with Tarot Horo Entertainment, here to bring you another Pickacard reading. So, real quick before we start, I just wanted to say thank you everybody who has subscribed to the channel, who has liked, shared, or left a comment for any of the videos I've done so far. I definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in donating to the channel, anything like that, I do have the information below. I have a Cash App information as well as PayPal below. I also have a price list for readings I do by email only. The price per question varies depending on how many questions you purchase, and the email is below to be able to do that as well. Now, I do a 2-pile pick-a-card reading because I do the extended reading here for free, the full thing. Everything from advice and clarification to looking deeper into the relationship. I do also, it's sexual as well as romantic, so I have some fun sexual notes about what your partner might want to do to you, stuff like that, and then just a basic general idea of your love with this person and what's going on in this connection. So again, these are really long extended reads, so I have 2 piles here. This is 1 and this is 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you a moment to look at both and see which one intuitively is calling out to you. Okay, so welcome to pile 1. So for this group, we're going to go ahead and start by pulling out the main cards to start off my readings. And that is from Oracle. That is from Love Oracle, and it has different famous people. I pulled them to get an idea of you and your energy. Doesn't matter if it's a same-sex or opposite-sex couple. This could be this could be the same sex here, and you could be an opposite-sex couple. It's just based on feminine and masculine energy. So we're going to start with number 1, which is Yoko Ono. This is most likely your energy. However, it can be reversed. Roles can always be reversed for anything, but just for the sake of making it easier to understand, I do start off with what I believe is your energy, but it could be the opposite. So Yoko Ono. Let's see and read a little bit about Yoko. They offer a few sentences on each of the celebrities or well-known people who were alluring in their own right, each of them quite different. Okay. Yoko Ono became an artist in New York, where she met John Lennon in '66. Married in '69, they worked jointly on art, film, and music projects, creating some of the world's most iconic husband-wife collaborations. After Lennon's death in '80, Ono continued to solidify her reputation as a highly original and acclaimed multidisciplinary artist. She continues to honor Lennon's memory as an activist and philanthropist. And there are a few quotes by Yoko, which also gives us a better feel of who you are and what kind of energy you possess. So, number 1 is, yes is always the answer. Number 2 is, love is a performance art that takes place among the clouds. And number 3 is, love is not a dream. You can remember it if you want to. So, and get a very dreamy, surreal quality to you, somebody who is clearly creative. Whatever field you may be in, I haven't quite picked that up yet. However, whatever you do, you use a lot of imagination. A passionate, friendly, and all-around fun person, however, with a serious side. Somebody who is highly intelligent, and I'm not getting a feel for exactly what's going on in the connection or what you're here looking for today, but when I read your partner's card, hopefully we'll get a better idea of that, and then we can kind of see where we're going with this. So the second card is Henry VIII. Now that's an interesting pair. So Henry has a compelling story as well. So sorry. Every time this happens, I'm like, where is it? As if it's like not in alphabetical order. Okay, so Henry VIII was the English king who married 6 times. Crowned in 1509, he honored his father's dying wish by marrying Catherine of Aragon, his brother's widow. By 25, there was still no male heir. Henry obtained the first ever divorce of a British monarch to marry Anne Boleyn, whom he then beheaded for witchcraft. Then followed Jane Seymour, who gave him a son but died. Then Anne of Cleves, another divorce. Catherine Howard was another beheading before his final companion, Catherine Parr, who survived. Henry VIII's love had profound implications for his kingdom, leading it to separate itself from Roman Catholicism in favor of Reformed Church of England. So, this is a very, very strong personality here. Your person is somebody who is definitive in what they want, what they expect out of others. This is a person who demands loyalty. This is a person who takes the relationship seriously, although they do seem to have trouble bouncing from one to the next. So your energy is one that I believe calms this person. I think that that's the appeal. I think that you're somebody who's kind of like creative and original, and they haven't really quite found someone like you before, so there's a very large attraction there. However, you two have very vastly different personalities, although both are very strong. Neither of these are passive energies, so you have a strong energy here, but you have an extremely strong alpha energy here. So I am guessing that this is probably a relationship that you're definitely taking this seriously. This is something that if you're not serious yet, you want to move into being serious. Although I kind of get the feeling that there's a lot of passion here and a lot of love. It could be something that's a few years old, maybe a little bit more, but doesn't have to be. So the second thing I like to do for you guys is read just a short little poem I've written myself. And it just gives a feel for what kind of like relationship you're actually in. Each poem is exclusive to the pile, and it's just a few excerpts. So, I'm falling in love with energy, unrelenting desires, as I walk through this fire. You stapled your flesh, bone, and soul to my heart, my mind, both of those. You wrestled my demons to force on me your own. Jammed the key inside the lock between my legs. So, not surprising, this is a seductive energy here, which I believe is yours again. And I believe that this person is very attracted to that about you. One of the things we read on her card is she finds love to be like almost a performance art. Not to say that it's not real, but to look at love like you would look at anything else that you put creativity and imagination into. So she's very very passionate. As I said, there's a lot of fire here, and with this person, this is a very strong personality. This energy is like, whew. This is a person who knows what he wants, and when he wants something, he goes and gets it. This is an emperor. This is somebody who it probably is a little bit stubborn. This is somebody who is not afraid to seek out and conquer, okay? They're not intimidated easily, this person. And that you're actually not intimidated easily either. So I think that's the appeal here. You have a softer overall energy to yourself, which is something that they enjoy. However, you do have a strong enough personality that you are your own person. You are imaginative. You are not completely passive. But in this particular relationship, this person definitely holds the reins here, which I think you're actually okay with. As long as you're able to be independent and be your own person, I think that you are okay with that. So Henry's quotes, by the way, are: number 1, act like a gentleman and you'll feel like a king. Number 2, a rose has thorns, cultivate kinder flowers. And number 3, loving a great deal means sacrificing a great number. Again, very passionate, very sure of what they want, although once they conquer, I do think this person has, at least in the past, had patterns of abandoning ship. I think that they love quick, fast, hard. They go for what they want, they conquer it, and then unfortunately, sometimes it can be a game to this person. I don't get that that's energy with you. I feel that this person is very, very attracted to you, and they actually do have like some serious feelings here. This is something that, again, is at least semi-serious. I would say a couple of years at minimum. And if not, it's just a newer relationship that is getting serious quick. It's moving along quickly. So overall, for these two energies, I do feel that you're in like okay place. This is not an issue with the relationship necessarily. This is just you analyzing and trying to understand where you're going. What does this person want? And that leads me to the next thing, which is the sexual part of the reading. I do like to add this in for fun. I do just a little I want to, and this is what your person wants to do to you. Or it can be roles reversed, but typically we're trying to pick up the energy on what your person wants to do with you so you can have a little bit more fun in the relationship. Some of the stuff could have already been done or addressed, but if not, these are some of the things your person's interested in. I want to kiss your feet. I want to go down on you all night long. Okay, so this is probably your energy. I want to rub you with oils. I want to kiss you hard and long. So, my guess is this is actually coming from this energy to this person. Okay, so if you kind of like reread through it, I want to kiss your feet, kind of like bow down to you, rub oils all over you. You know what I mean? Go down on you all night long. This is a person who's willing to serve, and it probably is just for the sexual part of the relationship. I don't see this person as passive. I see them as somebody who, you know what you want. You are a go-getter. You are not afraid to stand up for yourself. You are independent. However, in this relationship, especially sexually, there is a certain passive quality here. This person likes to dominate, so it could just be appeasement, or it could be something that turns you on, but it's not the structure or dynamic of the entire relationship. Although, again, this person holds the reins. So, we kind of get an idea. And the thing is, because you can't say what sex it is, and this could be a female and this could be a male, again, this could be something that they want to do to you. Some people who are very dominative in almost all aspects of their life like to relent control in the bedroom. They like to kind of play that opposite. So you could reverse some of that stuff and say that this is stuff this person wants to experience with you. Maybe they want to be the one who, kisses your feet and worships you, and, you have full control, and, they're just, basically there to appease you and give you what you want. So that could definitely be a possibility here. Either way, this is a relationship sexually where one is very dominant and one is very submissive. And if you haven't explored that avenue yet with this person, this is definitely something that they're interested in. I get a lot of passion from you too. And I don't think that it's a relationship that is taken so seriously that you have major difficulties here. I think that you're having fun with this person. Real feelings have developed, and you might be a little bit worried, where is this going, based on this person's track record, is my guess. Again, you're creative, you're probably some type of artist, but it does not have to be. You can be imaginative in anything. You can be, an imaginative, beautiful homemaker. My grandmother, the way she was a homemaker was an art. She really was phenomenal. I always talk about her and talk her up because she turned homemaking into an art. So my point is just that you can turn anything into an art. You can be imaginative with anything. So whatever it is that you do, you live through your inner child, you live through imagination. Something this person really, really loves. So they so I'm getting an energy of there is some arguing going on here, and when I don't think it's arguing that happens all the time every day, but I do think that when you have gotten into arguments with this person, it has gotten a little bit serious. Cruel words could have been spoken, or just something that they really regret saying, or it might have even gotten physical, and if that's the case, I will never give you advice to try to work that out or stay in something like that. But if it hasn't reached a point where it's abusive and it's just they're getting a little bit too intense, that's something that definitely needs to be addressed here. So now I'm going to pull cards from Whispers of Love after to clarify, as well as the traditional playing card deck. But right now I did pull 4 to start this reading with, and to really understand what's going on between you two. So the first card that we have is like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Your person likes a lot of attention. They like a lot of physical touch, a lot of intimate interaction. This person really likes to have you kind of like fall all over them and, kind of like worship in a way, if that role is not reversed. So this person really enjoys when you're open and creative, especially in the bedroom. So but they want that attention to continue, and there could be a little bit of a pullback from you, maybe based on some of this arguing that you two have had. And so, their message is like attracts like. In order for this to keep going back and forth, they do need you to be that person. They do require that kind of attention, that sort of thing. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. So, again, you could be in your first or second year together, but I also said that it could just be something that started moving too fast, which this card makes sense in either situation. You might have had a really great start to things, and then it started to get too intense again, and it can even be to the point now where there's too much arguing, or you're just a little bit too intimidated by this person, or just concerned with some of their behavior. They might have some toxic traits. I'm not getting that this is like a bad person or a narcissist or anything like that. I'm just getting that there's definitely some like inner child healing that needs to take place with this person, and that could be the cause of these arguments and how they react to things. But they're also, this person is very dominant, as I stated, so they're used to getting their way. They're used to going out and conquering. So in a relationship with somebody like you, where you are a strong, independent, beautiful person, they could be intimidated, and it can cause them to react negatively. It could be due to a past relationship, a lover, or it could be something from their childhood with a parent or sibling, something to that effect that has caused them to react in a negative way when you argue. Something that you find concerning. You're wondering, is this something that needs to be addressed? Do you want to continue with this person? Is it going to intensify? Is it going to get worse? So, the union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation. Yeah, so this is a relationship that was unexpected on both parts. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that either one or both people have family members that aren't quite happy with this union, and that could be coming from one side, just one person, or it could be from both sides, almost like not something as tragic as like Romeo and Juliet, but I do sense that there's something there that is causing some problems in the relationship. This person might have family that's a little more traditional, and they might not be put off, but just not understand your creative, artistic, imaginative personality. Or it could be something else. But I'm getting there is an issue with family, friends, or inner circle. Somebody here does not approve of you. And it's not, again, it's not like hatred. It's not something that intense. But there are issues that are caused in the relationship because of that. And you know what I'm also getting is this person might have family who feels like they're moving too fast. Neither one of you are that old. This is probably a couple in their 20s, maybe 30s. Could be a little bit older, or you could be one or two people who are just younger by nature. So your energy comes off as young energy. But I get a lot of overbearing energy from this person's family. It could be a mother or a father or both. Or just the entire family, a very close-knit family who this person needs their approval to welcome you into this circle, and they are definitely having trouble getting that. I think it's a consideration. I don't feel that there's hatred there, but I do think there are a lot of concerns about you fitting into their world. This person could be high society, they could be very wealthy, they do not have to be, but it could be something like that where the family almost takes like an aristocratic approach to life, and so somebody like you who's really original, different, creative, a bohemian probably, the family has questions if this is going to work. So there could be some real arguing going on here, and this could be something that's concerning for both of you. There's I definitely get a lot of yelling, and again, it seems like quick spurts where there's yelling, there's like an intense argument, and then there's very quick making up and kind of like just brushing stuff under the carpet, as if it didn't even occur, and then that cycle continuing. So I think you're both at a point in the relationship where you're wondering, you really, really enjoy each other. You enjoy each other's company. You both love the different qualities that each brings to the table. However, there are some struggles here in this relationship, and it mostly comes from people in their inner circle, possibly yours as well, or your inner circle could no longer be trusting of them because and how they're going to handle you based on their inner circle. They have dominative parents or somebody who raised them, some type of guardian who was very domineering, and which is clearly why they have that energy as well. There's a real control issue with this person, and I don't mean just trying to control you. I mean they need control of everything. This person likes to be in control. They don't know any other way. They grew up feeling like they had no control in their life, and the choices that were made were almost made for them. So they definitely struggle with that. And then here you come along, and then here you come along, and they can almost be a little bit envious of you and your lifestyle because it's carefree. You don't have a lot of responsibility. You're kind of, I wouldn't say like living off the grid, but you're just not part of like mainstream, especially high society. Okay, so that's something that I think they find appealing, but their family kind of questions is, what is this going to make us look like? Is this going to work? And this person, they're captivated by you. They find you beautiful and original and amazing and all these great qualities, and they want their family to see it the same way. But unfortunately, when you're in love, you see a person a different way than most other people do, and honestly, the way you see them is probably the best way. It's you're seeing the beauty in that person, whereas other people are just passing judgments based on superficial things like job, career, money, home. So you do see past that, actually. Now, don't get me wrong. You could be a Taurus. You're a person who you enjoy the finer things in life. You expect them. I'm sorry, not your person. Your person expects these things in life. It's funny I said that. Maybe it could be roles reversed as far as energies go. But again, I think this is a Taurus or somebody who's just very used to getting what they want. They enjoy surroundings that make them comfortable. Like, they like to be in a place where they can be leisure and surrounded by nice things and beautiful people, and that's something they grew up with, so it's almost like innate. It's something that they expect. I don't know that they really know any other way. However, you come along and you don't live that way at all, and they're just kind of like captivated by you. They find you so beautiful and original. The warm side of this person for you is quite amazing. There's a lot of love there. And they like you. It's not just love, they like you. So I think that's why they're trying to work on this and really, get their family to come around, or whatever the issue might be as far as that goes, but also their own issues with anger. I don't think they want to lose you. I think that they know that they have to change some things in order to be with you, and they're kind of trying to work on those things. I think the question here is, do you take a break while they do that, or, do you stand by this person and try to guide them in getting better, getting help, just healing overall from whatever wounds they have? And as far as family goes, or their inner circle, perhaps setting better boundaries now that you two are together. When you're with somebody and you're getting serious about them, this person is your family, so you need to treat them as such, and your family should as well. That's almost should be a demand from this person. So turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. I think that your person is desperately trying to talk to you, and I'm almost getting the feeling that you probably did take a break, or you told this person just recently, maybe even in the last few days, that you need to take a break from them after an argument of some sort, and you haven't really talked to them since then. But it's not because you don't want to talk to them or make up or try to work things out. You just need a little bit of space to try to figure out where this is going, because you're very concerned, or your person could have taken the break mainly because of their own behavior or things that were concerning or issues that were coming up. But both of you seem to want to work this out. It's just a matter of setting boundaries, this person working on some anger issues, and just kind of trying to feel each other out and really see where you could take it. So we're going to pull some clarification cards here, and then I'm going to use the traditional deck. Let's get some advice. So unfortunately today I usually read a longer poem at the very end, but I don't actually have the poem here today, so I only read the shorter one, and then for the next reading I'm only going to be able to do the shorter one, you guys. I just wanted to let you know, because I always read poems. I do a short clip in the middle, and then at the end I do a longer poem. And thank you for everybody who's made comments about them and said you appreciate them. I appreciate you. Spirit, what is going on in this relationship? What is going on in this relationship? Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. If you noticed, a lot of the cards are speaking about growth and love, and showing a person affection if that's what you want. So most of these cards are in a similar there's similar advice going on there. This is definitely a relationship that needs a little bit of work. I think we've established that, but I also think that this is a relationship that can work, and I do think that your person is in love with you. So that's my honest feeling on how your person actually feels about you. Okay, Spirit. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So we're getting a lot of communication here. The need for it. So there's a need for communication here. As passionate as you may be, you might not be expressing it enough to this person, and I think that could be an issue. I think that they need to hear this more. I think that they're insecure, and they need that assurance from you a lot, and it's probably something that you might not be used to doing. So you might be a little uncomfortable with it, although you are a very passionate person. It's just, I think that it's more with words, not necessarily affection. There's things they need to hear they're not getting from you. I actually got from you kind of like a dreamy, very strong, but at the same time quiet beauty. Okay, so you're somebody who kind of floats through the room. You're noticeable, but you're quiet, almost like a mysterious, interesting. I wouldn't say introvert, because I do see that you're able to really talk with people, and you enjoy being out in public and things like that, social gatherings. However, you have a quiet beauty and grace about you. But that could translate wrong for this person. They might not be hearing what they need to hear all the time. So communication is definitely key here. You're definitely going to want to work on that. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is truth. These cards are just they're all very similar, and it's kind of like opening your heart to love, understanding love, being patient with love, communicating love. So one or both of you probably need to do this. It could be a two-way street where nobody's communicating enough verbally with the other, or giving them that reassurance they need. Or one person could have trouble with verbal communication, and the other with actual physical touch and intimacy. So those are definitely some of the issues that I would suggest working on. Let's just pull some more cards here and see what else is going on in this relationship and your situation with this person. Okay, so we pulled the Ace of Hearts. This is typically the hearts are all about emotions, feelings, attraction, friends, romance, love. Especially the ace. The ace tends to revolve around new or already evolving romantic relationships, and it also is a card that represents a lot of friendship and love. So I get the feeling that you and this person, again, you actually enjoy each other. You do like each other. It's not one of those love-hate relationships where you really just don't like their personality. I'm not getting that from you at all. I'm getting that this person really enjoys you the whole way around. They find you a well-rounded, really great human being, and they're happy to be with you, but there are some struggles here. So the second card I pulled was the Seven of Clubs, which this is a card of somebody who's convinced of their beliefs. Somebody who's very convinced of oh wait, was it right? Okay, well, whatever. They're very convinced of their beliefs. This is your person. Your person. Okay, this goes back to their inner circle. There is something that is blocking you from being with this person, and it is primarily family or their inner circle. It could be friends, but it doesn't have to be. And whoever is around this person influencing them the most and who is probably a little bit domineering with them, or just a big influence. It could be like a big brother type of person, or it could be a father. It could be a mother or a grandmother. It could be several people. They listen to the advice from these people, and unfortunately with you, this is the one time that they're not crazy about what the advice says, because the advice is that they don't believe that you two really have a chance, or that this person's going to fit into your world the right way, or they're concerned with superficial things like how you look. So, and I don't mean physically, because you're a beautiful person, but just, do you look right together? You know, how are you presented together in public? That type of like issue. I'm not getting a good feeling from their family. I don't think their family are, you know, it's not that they're bad people. It's just that they don't trust you. And it's nothing that you've done. It's just, maybe because they're just not used to your type of personality. They don't really know how to adapt to it. But there's a lot of doubts here, so we got the Four of Spades, which actually is a card of recovery, and we have the Seven of Spades. This is actually a card of lies and deceit. So now I'm wondering, I'm not getting that there's cheating in this relationship. I haven't gotten that energy at all, to be honest with you. I don't think that that's the issue. I did say that your person likes to like conquer. They do like conquests. They have, you know, they are passionate very quickly and then kind of move on to the next. That is an issue here. But with you, it's a little bit different. I think that they really do take you seriously, as I've spoken of before. So this, they might not be honest with, they're not being honest with you about why you guys aren't working. You're not even aware of the issue with their family. That's what this is right here. I'm getting that you're not even aware that some of the issues you're having are coming from the negativity from their inner circle. You are under the belief that this person is angry with you personally over issues that probably have nothing to do with what they're really becoming angry about. So, and I think they're aware of that. I think that they're aware that they're arguing with you over surface things, and there's so much else that's going on behind the scenes. There's some turmoil here, and you know, it's not forbidden. Again, it's not Romeo and Juliet, but this is something that is a big issue here. This person is really struggling with this, and I'm not even sure their family will relent. So, if you're wondering where the issues are coming from, it's not anything that you're doing personally. It's this right here. And they're not being honest with you about it because they don't want to scare you away. They believe that if you find out about their family's feelings, you're just going to move on to somebody new who, you know, has a family who loves and accepts you. So they're unable to express to you why some things are the way they are, with the way that you two interact and things like that. Again, you're a younger couple, so this person really looks up to whoever's around them, or they just have a very young energy, and sensibility, a lack thereof of sensibility, because they could be young-minded, or just somebody who's been so like sheltered in a way and brought up with such privilege that anything that goes outside of the family is just foreign to them. Okay, so they're used to listening to the people around them. And as domineering as they may be, they have people above them that they answer to and take seriously. So that is where the issue lies with you two. It's some real communication has to happen here. The smaller issue, I think, is that, again, I don't know if you express yourself to them in the way that they want you to verbally. So that's the energy I get from as far as what they need more from you, and that's a small thing in this relationship. The bigger issue is this person's inner circle kind of preventing you two from moving forward, or they're worried that that's going to happen, or it's starting to happen, and they don't know how to tell you. So there's some lying, there's some lying and deception here. You might be under the impression you're arguing over something that almost was made to seem like it's your fault, or just doesn't make a lot of sense. It kind of came out of nowhere, stuff that doesn't really matter, little things, petty. It might seem very petty, but under the surface, this person is going through a lot. There's a lot of turmoil here. There's a lot of concern. They really do care for you, and they are struggling with this. So let's just pull 2 more cards of advice here, and then we're going to close this one up. me some advice for pile 1. All right, well, it gave me 3. That's fine. So, treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Don't give up on your person. This person cares for you a lot, and they definitely want things to work out with you, but they are going through a lot right now, as I stated, and they don't really know how to express any of this to you. So there's a lack of verbal communication on both ends here, but for different reasons. Okay, so listen, be supportive of this person. If they ask to take a break, do not be concerned. This does not mean that you can't work this out or won't, or that they don't want to. They do. Okay, this person wants to be with you. However, they need to figure out how they're going to make this work with what's going on behind closed doors. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So, in the meantime, while you're figuring out what's going to happen in this relationship, we're giving your person a little bit of space. I mean, you don't have to break up, just give them a little bit of space, especially mentally. If you live together, just, let it go for now. Let them kind of find their way, work their way through this. Don't try to be their therapist. That won't work. But verbal communication from you and support and love will be great, okay? So just stick by this person and see how this plays out. I have a lot of faith in this relationship. I think that it's going to be okay. You just have some issues that need to be smoothed over, and they might ultimately have to make a choice between their family and you, depending on how serious the relationship gets. I think it could get to that point. I don't think that they would ever be cut off completely. I'm not getting that, because I think they're actually invested with family and some type of business and wealth, so they're tied to their family, and but being with you will cause kind of like a wedge between them, unfortunately, and that's not your fault. That's not really something for you to worry about. This is something that they're going to have to work out with their family. They have to set boundaries if they want to make this work with you. So just stay supportive and get rest and relaxation in the meantime, and take it easy. The more healthy you are emotionally, the more supportive you can be, and you can take yourself there mentally. Because if you're under a lot of stress and you're worrying, it's going to be very hard for you to kind of be a rock for this person through whatever they need to work out in order to be with you. So act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So that's a nice card. So if you are on a break, this, your person wants you to still continue to see yourself as their, boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. So on a break or not, like a small separation, they definitely intend to be with you. They definitely intend to work this out. You might not have separated. You might just be taking some space from each other. But what they want from you is to remember that you are theirs. They don't want you seeing other people. They're not okay with that. And I don't believe that they are either. This isn't what this break is for. This is more, or the space they need is more for them to work this out and really figure out what they want to do here and make the right choices and decisions. And they need to be clear-headed to do that, and definitely not arguing with you in the meantime. So you kick back, relax, be supportive, be loving, and I have faith things will work out between you two. So that is my reading for pile 1. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm sorry I couldn't do the poem at the end, but the next pick a card I will be doing 2 longer poems at the end. If you haven't seen the way I read at the end, I channel emotion and feeling and verbal communication from your person to you through a poem. You can go see an old video just to see how I do it if you're interested in something like that. And down below I also have a link to the poetry if you want to read it. I have a link there. So that's just some advice if you're into that sort of thing. So we're going to move on to group number 2. So group number 2 is the lovely little kiss bag. I like this one. And we're going to start with the energies, of course. Okay, so we have Lena Dunham. I'm pulling her in. So Lena Dunham is an American actress, writer, and director. as well as the daughter of celebrated artists Carol Dunham and Laurie Simmons. At 23, she wrote, directed, and starred in the multi-award-winning independent film Tiny Furniture. She attracted mainstream attention with the HBO series Girls, a comedy drama that ran from 2012 to 2017, which Dunham created, wrote, and starred in. On social media and on the screen, she is outspoken, entertaining, and empowering. In 2015, Dunham, with Jenny Koner, co-founder Lenny Letter, a feminist outline newsletter, which was published until October 2008. So, serious, strong feminine energy, but the strong, earthy type of feminine energy here. Some of the quotes by Lena. Number 1, everyone forgets you except you. Number 2, it's okay to play hide and seek by yourself. And number 3, don't be afraid of standing on the shoulders of your parents. So you're definitely a family person. I'm getting heavy family-oriented energy here. Somebody who prefers family and close friends, a tight-knit circle to huge social gatherings or events. You're a very loving and supportive human being who is considerate and kind, cordial, just a lovely, warm energy here. Somebody who's intelligent, bright, sweet, funny, a lot of great qualities already I'm picking up. And very funny, actually, a great sense of humor. Could be a Sagittarius. I'm getting Sag energy. Definitely fiery. Sagittarius, most likely, because you're also kind of eccentric. So the second card is Gala Dali. Now, I have to repeat this. I say it in every video. It does not matter what sex it is. Okay, so we can have a same-sex couple here, and you could be opposite sex or vice versa. 2 men, 2 women, man and woman, okay? These are just masculine and feminine energies. And this is a feminine energy, but it's a very strong feminine energy. She's definitely got a lot of masculine energy tied into that, okay? So, Gala Dali. Gala Dali was the Russian-born wife of poet Paul Eluard and later the surrealist Salvador Dali. Famously, Dali bought Gala the castle of Pueblo in Garona, but could only be accepted within its confines by presenting a written invitation from his spouse. Gala was often a model in Dali's work, and he would sign his work with both their names. She was also a muse to other artists and writers, including Max Ernst, Louis Aragon, Andre Breton, though Breton inspirations turned from love to hate. She left her castle as well as a legacy of art as a testament to her love and lovers. So, I get a very fun, fiery energy from you, Sagittarius. I actually get more of a, maybe an Aquarius from your person. You're both eccentric, but in different ways. I'm getting heavy Aquarius energy here. This is somebody who's very flamboyant. This person is flamboyant, they are intense, but they are also fun. And I'm getting that you two have actually a strong bond here. I'm not picking up a lot of negative energy at all. I'm actually getting this is a pretty strong, healthy relationship as we stand right here. Or it could be in the future. This could be a new connection, and I'm picking up the energy for the future here. So right now everything is pretty good. But let's read the quotes from Dali. Number 1, everything in love is invention, create, soar over the ordinary. Number 2, it is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. And number 3, be immortal rather than available. So very dreamy quality here. Somebody who enjoys the game. This person enjoys the art of seduction. And I don't think they do it in a way where it's cruel. Okay, so I just want to clarify that because sometimes people they enjoy seduction, but in a cruel way. I'm not getting that from this person at all. I think that you're kind of like intrigued and captivated by this person. This is a strong feminine energy as well. You have more masculine energy and really like, again, earthy, strong feminine energy, whereas this is a more delicate energy. But this person, your person is very intelligent, very strong-willed, and a person who makes an impression on people, as they did with you. Okay, this is somebody that you find very different and unique, and your Sagittarius energy is something that loves that about this person. And I actually think Sagittarius and Aquarius make a great couple. You have so many similar qualities, but one is more extroverted, one is more introverted, but they have very similar eccentric qualities about them. So you're both a lot of fun here. You're very sassy, witty, funny, original, and your person is sexy, seductive, different. I don't think they have conventional beauty. I think that they have the kind of beauty that a lot of artists prefer. There's a certain type of beauty that artists prefer when they pick up, for the most part, art models, other than photographers who go more traditional. But a lot of artists, they have a certain look that they like, and it isn't traditional, conventional beauty. But it's something that is very, very admired by most artists. Other artists will see that same thing in that person, and I think that your person has that quality. They make an impression. They definitely made one on you. I don't think that this is something that's actually serious yet. I think that you've just started talking. You're really interested in seeing where this is going. So let's try to get a little bit more information here. Whoops. Okay, so here's the poem. My throat, I'm gagged, my hands are taped and bound, and I'm enslaved because I'm dying. You're just that goddamn good, honey, there's no denying. Got me in circles going round. It's the poison through my veins. It's the bout I lost as you announce your reign. You have me weakened, I can't breathe. Unless it's you, you're all I see. So, okay, so you really have bad for this person, okay? This is somebody that you just began to get acquainted with or just started something romantic with. It could be a first date or talking, texting, getting to know each other. Maybe you've had a few dates, but this is fresh. This is new, and you are definitely curious about this person. I think that they're very different from what you're used to, and because you're a Sag or something similar, definitely a fire sign, you enjoy that about this person, and this person is attracted to you from. They enjoy your sarcasm, your wit, your ability to be vocal and kind of like just go out there and do it. You know, you have a very go-getter personality, which you're a fire sign, so that's not surprising. So your person definitely has they're not introverted per se, but they are definitely in the couple. They do let you take. It hasn't really started yet, so it's hard to really pinpoint that, but they will probably let you take the reins in this relationship, if that makes sense. Although Aquarius do tend to be leaders, so that you'd both probably have that leadership personalities. So that's going to be interesting to see how you interact with each other. But I think it makes a great couple, both of us. Okay, so let's just go through some of the things they want to do to you. Just out of curiosity, let's see what your person wants. Since I don't think you've been with this person yet, and if you have, it's probably only been a few times, so I doubt you've gotten really deep into, like, you know, what gets them going, and, you know, them, same with you, you know, so I want to drip hot wax on you, lick your whole body, foreplay 4 hours, pump hard and slow. So, this is going to be a male, but it's a man with a lot of, at least 50% feminine energy, if not more. Like I said, they're flamboyant, they're charismatic, they're fun, they're interesting, they can be intense, and they have heavy Aquarian energy here. They've definitely seduced you, okay? If you haven't actually been physical yet, you want to be, and your person does as well. So, yeah, it makes me laugh because they kind of have you hooked. You're very interested in seeing where this goes. You're kind of fascinated with this person. And I don't think that you've dated someone quite like this before, so it's a little bit of a surprise here. You're not really sure how to handle this one. It's a little bit different from what you're used to. But those are always the fun ones, right? So what I do, guys, I have a day and a number here. Now, they don't have to go together, but they can. So Wednesday the 16th. It could be a Wednesday, 4 weeks from now, a Wednesday, it's just Wednesday, okay? It could be next Wednesday. That part kind of like, varies, but Wednesday could be significant for you. Maybe you guys are going on a date Wednesday, or you're going to see them at some kind of event Wednesday, something like that maybe. You might go to school together. Okay, so the number 16 can be significant as well. It could be a date that's significant. It could be something else. If you break it down, well, 6 plus 1 is 7. That could also be significant for you. Okay? So, now I pull 4 cards from Whispers of Love, okay? And then I shuffle and pull more out right on camera. But I start here with the main part of the reading. So true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Wow. So you two have not begun yet, but this is going to be something that's really amazing. You're just not there yet. This is not a relationship that has gotten that far, but it has the potential for that. So you keep that in mind. It's something that is going to end up being pretty awesome, if you utilize the energy and knowledge the right way. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of wonderful things life has to offer. And I think you do. I think that your person does as well. I think that's actually one of your best traits here, is that you do love who you are. You are so comfortable with who you are. I don't get that you're a person who is extremely not feminine in physical appearance. I think that you're a little bit more sporty, and you like to keep things kind of simple. And I think as far as that goes, you're just more comfortable. But very, very pretty features on the face. Hair pulled back often, or maybe up on the head. Sometimes a baseball cap. So you're a little bit, again, more sporty. And you are very comfortable with who you are, though. You do love who you are. So number 3 is focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Look, I'm getting such good vibes from this that I don't know that you need that advice, but focusing on love, it can just be all around in your life right now. You have, I think I'm getting that, like, an energy here of, this isn't necessarily completely related to just this relationship. These are messages more for you and what's going on in your life, because you're going to be welcoming love, and you want to make sure that you're, on an even keel when you do that. And I think that you are, but I think this is just reaffirming that you have a lot of great things going on in your life. You have new love coming, and this person is going to be amazing. You do know them, you have met, however, you have not taken it to that next level yet, and if you have, it's just freshly started. So the advice is just to keep yourself together. You have a great attitude, great personality, a great outlook on life, very positive, fun. You like to go out to clubs and stuff at night. You have a good time, and your person kind of appreciates that about you. I think that you get them to loosen up. But you're both so imaginative that you have great conversations. You can stay home and you guys can do the whole, like, Netflix thing and or sit and just talk and eat great food and have, like, an explosive conversation every night. You can do that too, because of the mix from the signs that you most likely are. You will have that dynamic, but you can also go out and have a lot of fun together, and I think that you will get this person to open up and loosen up a little bit more, and I think that when they do, they're a lot of fun. I do get that this person is not quite as trusting of human beings as you are, so there could be some issues here with relationships prior to this one, so that might be something that you want to look out for. Not like with a warning sign, you know what I mean? I don't mean like prior or anything like that. And just listen and look for the small cues to figure out what this person is going to need, because if they've come out of something that was very negative or even possibly abusive, you will have to, there's some work that has to be done there. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying that there's been more struggles here with this person as far as relationships go. They have been through a lot. They have been through a lot, so they are a little bit more closed off than you are. You're young and fun and ready to be in love. I get such a warm energy from you. Honestly, it's one of the warmest energies I've felt doing a reading lately. You just have a really great outlook on life. It's really beautiful. I think that you are going to make a great partner to someone, okay? That's for certain. And if the energies are utilized the correct way, hopefully it will be this person, because you are crazy about this person. I want to see what this person looks like. Spirit, give me some. Simple acts of kindness. Kinder energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Again, this is life advice. This reading is very mellow. It's, there's not a huge emphasis on relationships right now because you're not actually in one. And if you are, it's just started. But a lot of the advice is to better yourself, to stay positive, to have a good outlook on life, and you have those things. And it's just re-emphasizing that that's where you need to be. You're in the you're in a great headspace for all of this. So it's almost like an affirmation for you. Yes, you're doing a great job, and keep going because you're headed in the right direction. Okay. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So you could be somebody who's very self-sufficient. That might be one of your things, and I wouldn't call it a negative trait, but it just might be something where you're not used to letting people know how you feel, as far as like needing help goes. You could be very communicative in other areas, because I do get you're verbally, you enjoy talking. You are a talker, both in intimate conversations as well as socially. So and you're a good communicator. So I don't think that's the issue here. I think this is more telling you that when you do need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Open up. And remember, you're not perfect. Nobody is. So you don't have to put that kind of stress on yourself where you have to get everything right immediately and do it all by yourself, okay? So bottom of the deck you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And it's got a really, really beautiful picture of a unicorn with peacock feathers, which is interesting because your person's this is interesting because your person's a peacock in a certain way. Although you're the more extroverted one, you're very sporty, as I said, and you're not into like dressing up in crazy costumes or anything like that. Now your person's an Aquarius, and they have they can be more introverted, but their personality is loud. They're flamboyant. They peacock when they are out in public, especially physically. This person, they like to wear things that are very eccentric, and they individualize themselves and take great pride in doing so. And it's very apparent upon a first viewing. They, type of person who probably has an interesting hairstyle or hair color or cut. Could have some piercings, something like that, or they're a male who wears like a little bit more some stuff that you would almost say is like metrosexual or feminine, but they're good at doing it. They know how to style, so they have a lot of style here. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So, the best advice for you is to keep doing what you're doing. Things are going to work out in your favor. I think that you're a little bit nervous about this, to be honest with you, because I think this person really has you, like, attracted. I think there's, like, a magnetic pull there, and you are just, like, kind of losing your mind over it, but you've just started, so just have faith in it. It's going to work out. You're going to be okay. Just keep doing you. And forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So, honestly, this is more of an energy of what I feel you would be saying to your person, or an issue you might have to work out with your person from their past experiences. Again, your person has had some negative relationships, and they do have some issues that revolve around those relationships. And these could be relationships with a lover or a family member, something from childhood or from one or more past lovers. So this is something that I feel that you would be saying to your person, that they need to forgive in order to love you healthily and be in a healthy dynamic and relationship. They need to learn how to forgive and move forward. So this could be something that comes up in the relationship. Don't be, I wouldn't be overly concerned if something like this comes up where you need to go over forgiveness and that type of stuff with this person to help them heal. So it's just something that can be in the picture, okay? I'm going to pull some playing cards, traditional playing cards, and we're going to do some advice and clarification here. Points, lovely. We got the Five of Diamonds, which actually, this is a card of loss. This is actually a card of financial loss, a job that could have, either you've changed careers and took a pay cut, or you just recently resigned to a place of employment, or you're moving into a new job, or you just started something and you've taken some kind of a decrease in your salary in some way, or just you're spending a little bit beyond your limit right now because you've just changed jobs or just obtained a job where you can really keep up with your bills. So I think that clearly you two do not live together yet, okay? So I just want to make that clear. That's just not something I'm getting at all from this reading. I think that you're actually, you're younger and you're moving into a new phase in your life, okay? Yeah, you're changing careers, or you're just now obtaining a career for something that you were schooled for, or that you've been working towards, gaining knowledge and whether it's vocational school, college, or training. You're moving into a bigger career at this point, or a better job. So you did take a pay cut and kind of loss of salary, and now that's something that you're finally moving towards, and going to be clearing up. So I think that I think you're concerned with that, and where that's even coming from is that you really want to be ready to like move into something with this person, and you do want to impress them. Let's be serious here. You really are charmed by them, kind of seduced. So I think that you want to impress this person. So money could be an issue here. You might want to be making more money. You might want to be able to show them, some things off materialistically, just because you're not really sure how it helps to like go about. You're not a peacock, okay? You don't. That's not how you operate. You're fiery, and you have a great personality and everything. But as far as like that goes, you're more about the material items, the house, the car, that type of stuff. So you want to make sure that's kind of like in place before you start with anything with this person. Whereas with them, I think that they actually don't care that much about that stuff. I think that they're a little bit more grounded when it comes to materialism. I don't think that's a big issue with this person. I think that they're going to find it very charming and cute, though, that you feel like you have to do that or be that for them. So overall, it's a good thing. It's cute. It's not excessive. It's not ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, that's sweet. Listen, if things don't work out, just kidding. So we got the Four of Hearts here. Actually, so this is interesting. The Four of Hearts is apathy. I honestly believe that this relates more to your person. We're going to get into their energy a little bit more here, because I keep getting like, it's like I'm getting a glimpse of little things here and there as far as they go as a person, and what you can be expecting when you're in this relationship, okay? Yeah, so this person has something they need to work through. They are a fun, interesting, kind person for the most part, okay? But they've definitely struggled through some things, and those issues cause this person to have emotional outbursts. They probably need some therapy. They don't always know how to interact or share feelings the right way. They don't know how to handle arguments, things like that. And although I'm honestly getting you're younger than this person, I think that you're a little bit more grounded and wiser in other ways. Like you're probably the one who is able to handle emotions very well and stay in control of that type of stuff, and not fly off the handle over stuff that really just isn't that big of a deal. Whereas this person's been through a little bit more in relationships specifically, not necessarily all of life, but just in relationships they have. And so I think that they are having a really hard time coping with emotions. So when you move into this relationship, you need to keep that in mind. This person they could be in an apathetic state before things really start with you two, and hopefully that you will move them out of that state, and things will blossom. Which I have it's such a positive energy overall for this group. Honestly, this is a far more positive energy than Group 1 had. But I get little glimpses here and there of something that they're going through. So you have to be considerate of that, when you start things with this person. Just try to remember that. You're not there to be their psychiatrist or anything like that, but just try to keep in mind, we don't always know what somebody's going through, and everybody handles stuff differently, and some of us just don't know how to handle stuff. Welcome to my world. So just, keep that in mind. So the Nine of Clubs is actually a card of physicality and strength, which is interesting because I said I find you to be a sporty person. I honestly feel you're athletic, or you just have a great body. You might even bodybuild, or lift weights, or do some type of real exercising in the gym. Maybe even with a trainer. I get the feeling you're like a little bit more outdoorsy. Probably you might like to hike, climb mountains. Things like you're kind of like a nature buff. You're athletic, and you like to be out there like with others doing these like interesting adventures and things like that. Probably traveling too, and I think your person's a little bit more where they enjoy like intimacy between two people. Like I said, they're more of the type who probably would want to sit down with you and have like a great meal and an explosive conversation versus like climbing a mountain. However, your person is extremely open-minded. Keep this in mind, and they are very open to new ideas, new experiences. They have that Aquarian energy where they see things in a different way. They see things in a different way than most people do. So it's not going to be hard for you to interest your person in other stuff if that's that's something that you love doing. Anything outdoorsy, I see them being absolutely able to acclimate and enjoy themselves with you. I get a really good feeling from this. So just pull a few more here. Any advice for group 2? Any advice for group 2? Okay, so we got 2 more cards there. So the 10 of Hearts is actually content. It's contentment. It can stand for family. It can stand for joy. And this is just you. This card sums up all of the energy from you that I've gotten from this reading so far. You're a very warm person. You're positive. You pick yourself back up. You're a fighter. You're fiery. You're a go-getter. You are not afraid to speak your mind, but you are kind at the same time. You are considerate of other people, which is really important because some people, they have that fiery energy, but unfortunately with that comes that impulsiveness. It almost comes across as careless or insensitive. But I don't get that from you at all. I just get a lot of like fun-loving, Sag energy, a little spitfire, a fighter. You probably, if this is a female, if you're a female, you do have strong masculine energy. You're the type who could probably duke it out with a guy. You might have been raised to be able to like really handle yourself, or been very athletic in school, or you just know how to fight. So you're very self-sufficient, independent. You want your person to see you this way. You think it's very important that they see you this way. And you're crazy about this person, and you have great energy. You have so much to offer in this relationship. So I hope, and I just get such a great warm feeling. So the last card is the 2 of Hearts, and that stands for deep attraction, which clearly you have. And I'm going to be honest, your person has it as well. This is something that is mutual. You are both interested. You're very interested. Your person is definitely interested as well, though. They definitely want to see where this is going to go. I hope that what I've given you is some advice on how to handle this person, though, because I think that your biggest struggle is going to be this person's past relationships and issues dealing with emotions and anger and stuff like that. I don't think that it's something that is going to become abusive. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. I just think that your person needs to work through that, and if they do and you are able to be supportive and be your wonderful positive self, then I think everything's going to be fantastic between you two. So that is your reading for today. I apologize for not having the long poem to read at the end. I do miss it myself. I just like doing it. I think it gives like a different original flavor to the entire read. And just before we wrap it up here, just a little outro note. I've given this on several of my videos. I just want you guys to know that I'm really working on creating something special here. I want my channel to be very original. I want to perform songs where I channel emotions from you, a person to you, and perhaps a song from them to you. So you can look forward to that once a week, a bigger, longer, extended read for free, and then a song performed at the end. That's something I'm working on right now. I'm just trying to get the lighting equipment together and have better lighting and stuff to film before I do that, and not studio space, but something that looks like it could be studio space, so it's semi-high quality. If you don't know why I'm doing that, I'm a performance artist working on a performance artist channel primarily, and I thought that since I also wanted to read tarot, I thought how fun would it be to incorporate some of the poems, the spoken word stuff, the more hip-hop stuff, kind of like a flow and stuff like that, the funner poems, but also why not sing a song once so we can do like a big, huge reading, extended free reading, and at the end, whether it's 2 or 3 piles, what have you, do a song for the overall reading for the collective. So I definitely want to do that. I want to continue with the poetry, and I want to bring you guys anything else that you think would be original and cool. I also paint, so maybe we can incorporate art somehow. I sketch and paint, so we could probably incorporate art or drawings in here too, which I think would be really fun. I want my channel to be extremely artistic and original, and I also would like to do some comedy sketch art with the horoscope signs and things like that. So I'm thinking of calling that segment Scope This, and it's going to be like comedy sketch art about the different signs and, reactions to different things. Kind of like, one example would be like Benito Skinner, that type of, it won't be high quality like that yet. I'm still working on my channel, and this is my second channel. This one was supposed to be one that I kind of like worked on the side while I was developing the other one, but unfortunately I lost my space to sing and dance and perform when COVID happened, so I had to put that channel on hold, and I started this one, and I figure even though it's practice right here in the house singing, I can add it to the readings and really give you some real authentic advice on also feeling and emotion. Channel what your person's really feeling, and nothing is more emotional than music, so I figured why not, it would be obnoxious to do it with every single reading, but why not just do it like a really big extended read on like Friday or Saturday, and perform a song. And likely it will end up going on the performance art channel as practice, because I do try to film everything behind the scenes that's practice for that channel before the official stuff goes up. So I have this material that I'm trying to use back and forth. In other words, I want to incorporate the 2 channels into something big and original and different. So if you want to donate a song or a poem, that is just as appreciated as anything else. A donation of cash, tarot card donations would be amazing. I'm working on getting the equipment myself. I'm trying very hard to get the right lighting in here. I just got a new Mac computer, so this screen will be much more clear soon. I do apologize. I know it's a little fuzzy. But that's about it. If I think of anything else, I'll add it into the next reading. I thank everybody who has subscribed so far, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. I try to do them a little bit different. I do focus on sex, love, and romance primarily, but I do collective love readings without the sexual aspect, and I am going to start doing the horoscope signs once or twice a month. By romance readings per each sign. That is going to happen very soon, so you guys can look forward to that. Thank you so much. I would really appreciate a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would love if you would do that. Share the video if you have time, or you want to, and also leave a comment if you have time, because those are always appreciated. Those little things are just as great as any kind of donation that you could provide. And if you donate poetry, I will hold it in channel. When I'm reading or going through a certain reading, I let the poems intuitively call to me. So if I'm feeling like that's the poem that needs to be read with this reading, I will go ahead and do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great afternoon, and I'm going to go now. It's the Chantress of Amun.